Hello. Now that I've had some time to really listen to the album and have a more formed opinion on it, I'd like to give you my thoughts on the latest Scorpions album that came out this past Friday called Rock Believer. I've listened to a couple of people's thoughts on this, Gary over at Physical Format Rock and Roll, and our good friend Mike over at the Metal Mickey channel. And their thoughts on it um, are seem to be in tune with mine. Um, I definitely agree with Mike on the horrible packaging of the CD version of it, anyway. And you know, really, you can the CDs are in here in a way you can almost risk breaking them or getting them all smudged with fingerprints trying to get them out of here, or tearing the booklet trying to get it out of here, or trying to stuff it back in this stupid thing. But what really matters is the music contained on it. Um, I said it in the comments of Gary's video. I give this probably a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's definitely the best album they've done in a while. Definitely better than Return to Forever, as I stated in my um, last update video. I glommed onto that fact right away, that this was a lot better than Return to Forever. Um, I haven't listened to Sting and the Tail for a while, so I'm not sure where I would rank those two against each other. I'll have to listen to Sting and the Tail again pretty soon. But yeah, I'm not saying much, but this is definitely better than Pure Instinct, Eye to Eye. Um, the mid to late '90s output they did. Didn't listen to their Acoustica album or anything like that. So, and those weren't really studio albums; those were more live albums. But anyway, getting to this, like I said, a solid 3.5 out of 5 stars. Uh, I like the fact that I got the vinyl version I wanted from Target, and I also bought the deluxe CD version because, in my mind, 3 out of the 5 bonus tracks they could have put on the new album. They could have put on the album and made the album even better. They could have taken out, in my mind, they could have taken out the first 2 tracks on the album for the first two, which is Gas in the Tank and Roots in My Boots. They could have taken them out for the first 2 bonus tracks. Shoot for Your Heart and When Tomorrow Comes. They could have, if they would have switched those two out, and maybe the song Crossing Borders, put that in place of Call of the Wild, that might have bumped it up to a 4 or a 4.5 out of 5 for me. Because those are superior tracks to the ones that I mentioned that they actually put on the album. Matter of fact, I would say, the whole thing considered, I would say When Tomorrow Comes and Shoot for Your Heart are probably my 2 top favorites on here. I also like Seventh Son, Shining of Your Soul, Peacemaker. When You Know Where You Come From is a good ballad. Knock 'em Dead and Hot and Cold. They're decent. They're not anything that I would put on a list of their best or their worst. So they're just there. Uh, when I Lay My Bones to Rest is another one that maybe could have been left on the cutting room floor when they trimmed the album down. Um, I would say this, compared to their latter output, this, besides aspects of Sting in the Tail, from what I remember, other than that, comes the closest to the Scorpions that I grew to love the band from. The Love at First Stings, the Blackouts, Animal Magnetism, um, and even to a smaller extent, Savage Amusement. Although that album was very polished. This is not nearly as polished and bubblegummy sounding as Savage Amusement is. Although I do enjoy that album, particularly the track "Rhythm of Love." Um, far as I know, like back in the old days, Klaus Meine and Rudolf Schenker wrote the majority of these songs instead of having a whole bunch of collaborators on the writing process, which I think diluted the Meine Schenker magic in a way on albums like Return to Forever. But anyway, I can say I've been somewhat surprised at how much I liked this album, considering the fact that when I heard they were making this album, I was lukewarm to the news because I pictured it being another Return to Forever thing. Um, Not to talk bad about anybody, but I thought that their age was catching up with them, and yeah. So I was pleasantly surprised by this, and when I initially heard the title track "Rock Believer," I wasn't impressed with that at all. That song's growing on me a little bit, although if I was making a song titled "Rock Believer" or in that ilk, something with maybe a little less cheesy sounding name, I would have made it a lot more punchier, uh, grittier song than it is, but the song's growing on me. So, like I said, a 3.5 out of 5 stars for me. Um, by no means it doesn't replace my favorites at all. Um, but yeah, if you're the least bit interested at all in the Scorpions, I recommend you check it out. Um, I can see why people would enjoy it, like I do, for the most part, and why people wouldn't enjoy it. Uh, but all of that is subjective, right? It's all down to our own opinion. And my opinion, try not to sound like a fanboy. I enjoy it. 3.5. Um, if I rated a perfect album, I'd definitely be fanboying to the extreme, in my opinion, if I describe this as a perfect album, which it isn't. Um, Another thing is that another interesting cover to go along with some of the Scorpions covers. Like Mike Metal Mickey said, it looks like a cover from a 70s album. Um, but the Scorpions have had a interesting history when it comes to the covers of their albums. But anyway, there's my amateurish review of the newest album from my favorite band. Um, Anybody who has it and has listened to it, give me your thoughts in the comments, and see how much we line up and how much we disagree. And we disagree, that's fine, as long as we can have a respectable and civil conversation about it. But anyway, until I talk to you again, enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, enjoy the music.